everyone, welcome back to our Under the Zambian Sun podcast. I'm your host, Kaz Mandala, RN's Communications Officer. If you're watching the visuals on YouTube or on Instagram, hi. And if you're listening to the audio only on Anchor FM or on Spotify, hi. So guys, today is part 2 of our mini-sode series called Flashback to 2021, where we talk to our program officers and department heads just to get a bit of a vibe of how last year went for them. So today, I'm sure after my long intro, you can see we have our guest in our makeshift studio today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Major Botha, Assistant Sponsorship Officer and IT Officer at the Sports Network.
Okay, welcome Major, but I'm sure our listeners / viewers already remember you from that one episode that we did last year where they delved into your personal life a little too much. So today we are not focusing on the personal per se, but on your actual job description. So could you just let us know, like, how was 2021 for your department? Like, what are some of the major highlights that you can tell us about?
I think to start with, we can say 2021 was a unique year that pushed every limit in terms of being resourceful and also being innovative, because we saw a shift when COVID-19 hit hard. We had to start thinking, okay, let's start having virtual meetings here and there, and that involves IT. And I can guarantee you that making such shifts are not done overnight, but we, in a way, managed to come out on top and managed to have our meetings, having education, and of course providing IT support to staff at Sports Network. Yeah, we did quite well in that line. And the other part of me, maybe, or the other half of me, which is the sponsorship part, we also had quite some tremendous results, where we can talk about the almost 100% pass rate that the children or the girls have recorded at grade 7. And currently, I think we are in receipt of more than 15 of our girls that wrote grade 9, and they've all done tremendously very well. And yes, we continue to receive those acceptance letters to these new grades, but it's something that we are very excited about, because then we know that from what we have received this far, the girls have done tremendously well in their exams. They've performed very well. Another achievement maybe on our part as sponsorship is the aspect of us maybe fulfilling our pledge and honoring our agreement with the parents to make sure that the school-going children, or the children that we're sponsoring, the 700 plus of them, have what they need for their education throughout the year. And that was a very, very big achievement on our part, because then we are helping communities, we are helping children stay in school and get back to school. Making sure that the child has the right uniform, they have the best shoes that money can buy in the country at the moment. They have school fees that we were paying last year, and it was just so interesting. 2021 was really, really interesting for us.
Sounds very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
And just like a big thank you again to our donors and partners, obviously, because the sponsorship is somewhat like one of the more core activities or programs for RN.
It's amazing how that our all-weather friendly partner, Academic Work, has been able to send that help through, even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. And I think that's something that we cannot underrate in a way. But we are very much appreciative of the support that they have continued to render to the girls and to the organization. And so, yeah, we can write books, we can do documentaries.
I could write a thesis.
Exactly, because then, like you agree with me to say, we had some amazing stories, humane stories, where it's in the middle of the year and then the child has to go to school, but there are no finances, and your list for sponsored children, your budget is already blown, and we could still go back and be like, no, there's this one child that is really in need,
right.
And there's really need here because the conditions are just so special. Academic work was able to, just come on board and offer that assistance, and we are very, very grateful as an organization.
A round of applause for academic work.
Exactly.
Also, obviously, we also have individual donors as well. Those cannot go unmentioned as well. So a big thank you to all you as well.
Yeah, I think among them is Mona.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have quite
we have
a
Neve,
we
that
have
are family.
Delta, Kappa, Gamma as well.
Yeah.
We have a whole lot of individuals who are they're great by doing that. So on that note, Major, what are you looking forward to for 2022? What are some of the major strides you want to take?
2022 is another great year, especially for the sponsorship program. So just during the campaign period, before elections, the then opposition party promised that there would be free education.
Yes.
And this was a song that was repeatedly sung for a number of years by the previous regime. And now that they are in power, they are in government, they have actually implemented the free education or the education for all program, which has somewhat lessened the burden of education on the pocket of the parent. But then we have, however, continued to support our 700 plus. Because then the higher cost in the education sector today is not
It
on the
wasn't
school
actually the
fees.
school fees, no.
It's the school requirements, what the children need for them to get into school.
Definitely.
The uniforms, the shoes, the books,
All the little things, the
all those
pencils, the
little
pens.
things. Yes, those have got a higher cost. And so just because all over the sudden we have free education, we cannot totally just let go or just go away, do away with the sponsorship program, because it still remains relevant to this day, where we are still able to distribute those school requirements. And what we have done basically is we have also tried to create a package for the child which enables them to get more for the funding that we receive. And so we have added a compulsory jersey to the requirements that they used to get. I think the previous years they haven't been getting a jersey. Yes, they haven't been getting a jersey for us or from us. And then we had some grades that were not getting some books because we only prioritize the grade 8s, the grade 10s, and grade 1s for school stationery. But then getting into 2022 and free education is a reality in the new dawn, we now have an opportunity to provide all these things for all the 600 plus children that are in secondary school and those that are doing their tertiary. Yeah, and so
That's amazing.
it's going to be amazing. And to also add, that's one. I think this year so we have an interesting program that we're going to be doing with the girls.
Which is?
So we have meetings, coaching meetings.
Okay.
Yes, which are meant to be mentorship sessions for all our girls in the different schools. And so we divide them into zones and these always they will start meeting or having meetings of their own. This is to just help to inspire the girl child, remain in school, stay focused, and also just make the most out of the sponsorship program. Yes, we have meetings that are going to be called upon for parents as well to just help them to understand the core of sponsorship and why sponsorship and why are we doing for them. Yes, we have visitations that we're going to be doing this year. We have more visitations, and like we did last year, we have more follow-ups during schools that we call headcounts. And so we are doing all that, and we are excited about it because then we want to interact more with the child at school. We want to interact more with the child at home. We want them to know the organization from that point where they can easily relate with us. Yes, unlike that partner that you go to only once
just like,
at the end of the
pay my school fees and
and then off I go. If I go, I'll see you at the end of the term. Yeah, but we want to have those conversations in schools. Just go talking about various topics that affect the girl child and how best they can just remain focused and inspire them. Change their mindsets in a way so that they are success driven. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds really important. That actually sounds very exciting. So I'm sure everyone can stay tuned to our social media. We're going to be posting so much sponsorship program content. As Major has told you, it's going to be a jam-packed year.
Very.
So that's something to look forward to. In case you haven't liked, followed, subscribed on any of our channels, now is your chance to do so.
Yeah. So on the other hand,
yes,
if we are going to, let's say for example, these boarding schools, because we have something for them as well.
Yes.
So we're not just going to be doing local visitations to the more than 30 schools that we have around Livingston, but we're considering going
as far as you're going in the field.
Yes, we are going in the field, following the individual boarders that are there in those schools. Nichols and Joseph's, talk about Njase, Demba, Kalomo. We are going everywhere. We're going places.
I'm putting my time to go in the field as well.
Please, and it's going to be interesting because I think this is the first time that sponsorship is ever going to be embarking on that.
Right? I don't think I've ever had that before. Now I'm going.
You're more than welcome because then we can do with the life cap.
Okay, no, that sounds fantastic. So thank you for those few insights. I'm sure there's like a whole lot that you haven't mentioned, but as the year progresses, I'm sure we'll see some more things coming to fruition.
Sure, you are. And just I think tomorrow we'll be doing arguments again, and so we're just preparing for that particular one. We've already started doing distributions for the grade 8s and the grade 10s that are going back to school. So it is a busy week, and it's going to be a busy year.
Sponsorship is one of the programs that there's no break period. It's just like never ending. So good luck with that. And thank you for joining us. For everyone who listened, we went slightly over time today, but if you stayed until the end, thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next Flashback to 2021 mini-sode. Bye.
Bye.